Never thought we'd live a life free of debt. Hi, my name's James Hansen. This is my wife, Bethany. We are been married 9 years. We have 2 going on 3 children, so man-to-man the zone defense. And we have been going to City U for about 2 years. So when we first got married, I was still in the Army for 3-4 more months after that. And then we moved back to Arizona. We were in Texas at the time. We moved back, actually moved in with our parents because we didn't really have jobs when we came back. And so Bethany, shortly after that, got a job as a teacher. She was teaching 3rd and 4th grade ELL students at Phoenix Charter School. And we went from, we were able to move from there into what's called a co-op. It's kind of like a little apartment, and we were able to pay cash for that. Actually, it was only like $12,000 or something like that. So the money I saved up for my deployments. So at this point in time in our life, we were paying, we had a water bill, electric, we had insurance, we were paying for my education, at least some of it. The military was paying for some of it as well, so it was kind of nice. And the gas money, those sort of things were our typical daily expenses. We didn't have debt from the vehicles at that time. That came a little bit later, but for right there, we weren't in debt.
So after 2 to 3 years of teaching and James going to school full-time for his undergrad, he graduated. He got a new job, and I was also pregnant with our first child, and we bought a new house all in the same month. And so our finances, our debt had increased with having a child, with getting a new child in the home, and we still had our credit cards. We still were, paying month to month, and we actually got the loan off of my teacher's salary. So it was definitely something that we had to skip by on. It was the bare minimum of what we could actually afford. We had 1 kid, we went on a 2nd kid, and then the increase of our debt also continued with that, with buying a new minivan in order to help with that, which I don't know how much stress that caused just by adding more debt because we have a new kid, which is double stress anyways.
So we bought the new minivan, and we thought, hey, we would use debt as this tool to get what we need now. And so we had this brand new minivan, and we decided, hey, you know what, we have kids, we're in debt now, maybe we'll look at doing a financial peace class. And so we didn't have anybody at our church that was coordinating one, so we decided we would coordinate it. And we were in the class, we got to I think the 2nd or 3rd week, and they're talking about get rid of all your debt. And we're looking at our minivan, and we're like, ew, what were we thinking? And so I prayed about it. I said, okay, Lord, if this is what we're supposed to do, then put it on my wife's heart too, so I know that we're together. And I kind of looked at her in the minivan on the way home from church one day. I go, hey, I'm thinking we should probably sell the minivan. And she's like, I feel the same way. And so we ended up selling the minivan, losing some money on it, and going and buying a used minivan for probably like $3,000. Went from a $20,000 minivan to a $3,000 one, which is quite a difference.
I think our view on what we want and our desires be like, well, we can maybe have that one day, but it can't be right now. So it has to be a wait. So if it's a big purchase, it would be, do we really need that washer and dryer? Yeah, because ours are broken. So that's definitely a need. Or with, let's see, entertainment and be like, we can actually wait till it comes out on Redbox. Like it just kind of allowing those desires to wait, and to be saying, it's okay, I don't need this right now. I don't need to have a stubborn attitude, to have this now, me mentality, because, what if God has something else for us?
So we've had to make a hard choice, or at least I have, and my wife has been helpful in that, is I work probably about 20 minutes away from work, but sometimes if I leave after 7 a.m., it's going to be really 30 to 40 minutes. And so I'd really like to move closer to where I work, but that's not an option due to the cost of moving that close. And our goal is to get our house paid off completely, and we're on track to do that. And if we made that change, we wouldn't be able to continue on with that goal. And so this goal of the house being paid off takes higher precedence than my convenience of driving to work. And so it is a sacrifice, and I think it's one we all struggle with, is making sure our family's in the right location, and it's not always easy. So our current state for our household, we're debt-free now, except for our home, and so we're paying aggressively on that. We hope to have that paid off in the next 4 to 5 years. It is a little bit of a sacrifice, but it's been totally worth it. We had a 30-year mortgage, and now we're going to have it done, I think, in a grand total of like maybe 8 years, and so that's fairly aggressive, but it's been completely worth it because we can see what it's going to look like once that's paid off, all the income that's going to be available to one, invest in my family, and two, invest in church and other people, the ministries, the missionaries we know, and so forth. It's really going to be awesome to just have that available.
And it frees up our heart to give joyfully. We know that the affairs in our family have been taken care of, so it's not a problem for us to say, oh, beginning of the month, the top is automatically God's, all of it is His, but it's not something hard for us to do because we know that the Lord has given us these tools, has blessed us with the finances, and it's just a reminder that it's giving it back to Him.
So individually blessing others has been awesome. Having financial freedom, even though our house isn't paid off, we still have a lot more money available, and we're not necessarily looking at the ground and just trying to figure out how do we take the next step with our own lives and take care of our family. Instead we're able to kind of stand up and look around and see where needs are, and we're able to then invest in that. So we've given money to families or ministries that maybe didn't get their goal of how much money they were needing to raise, to donate a little bit extra to get them to where they need to be, because the Lord has blessed us, because we're trying to be good stewards of what He has given us, and we know that it's all His, and so we're just really managing it for God. And if He brings something to our heart and makes us see something, then it's awesome to be able to just step up and just write a check and help make that happen. We never thought we would live debt-free, but God taught us His way of handling money.